Hey Yu-Gi Tubers, this is Red Faction Yu-Gi-Oh! Of Team Duelist Republic, bringing you guys a deck profile slash deck help segment. Sorry if I'm being really quiet. I'm having throat problems because of my sinus drainage, and my brother's asleep in the next room, so I've got to keep it down for right now. Um, Basically, this is my wind-up deck. It's still in the process of being built, but I'm going to have a little short profile for you guys here for some of the stuff. And I'm also looking for some help with this because, we all have problems building decks, trying to come up with just fun little strategies for playing around in our own areas. And that's what I'm wanting to do with this. And I'm hoping, somebody has some creative ideas they might want to pitch to me. So basically, there's not too much different from a regular wind-up deck. You've got the regular core, 1 Magician, 3 Shark, 3 Rabbit, 3 Rat, and 3 Factory. Then it kind of differs. I run 2 Soldier. That's how it was in my original build. Always worked really well. It would either beat over stuff at 2200, overlaid it for 4 or 5, depending on what I needed. Always worked well. My warrior count is up from 2 to 3. I'm not for sure how that's going to work out right now. I mean, it gives me more access to level ranks 4 and 5. But, same token, I don't know how exactly it'll play out. Also, before anyone wants to get on me about it, I know you guys don't like the dual network Dev Pro deck profiles. But everything on here, I've built this in person, so I have it card for card. I just couldn't film it because my brother's the camera guy, so him being asleep for his first day of classes tomorrow, I couldn't get him to film this. So, basically, up to me to kind of make the video here. Then, the rest of this probably gets in some weird techie stuff. I run 3 Kitten. This works out calls. If I want to thin the deck and get around something with the windups I have on the field, I can use Kitten and bounce something back to my opponent's hand and then go around it with, say, Kitten, maybe Soldier that's on the field already. Maybe bump him to 22, get a direct attack. Something like that. It works pretty well. 1 Dog also because he's 1800 or he's rank 5. So, depending on what I need him for, he works pretty well there. And Wind-Up Juggler. I've never actually busted it out to use it. It never battled something long enough to stay on the field and stay on the field long enough to battle something and then destroy it. It sat in the duel I had it out. It sat there for about 3 turns and then got just destroyed by like a 2200 point monster. So, since Juggler wasn't on the field, it couldn't activate its effect. So, that kind of stunk. But other than that, I think Juggler is good, not good. Just depends on the situation, I guess. Bouncing it off of a Marshmallow or something, Juggler would work pretty well. But just anything bigger than Juggler is just not going to work out. I run 2 Zen Malfunction. I think it works pretty well. I mean, it's a wind-up exclusive reborn. So whatever rank I'm trying to go for, 3 or 4, I can reborn it with Zen Malfunction, summon something else and use it. Say maybe bring back Dog, special summon Shark, and lower Shark to 3. Automatically makes Factory go off, so I get a wind up, and I can rank 3 Exceed Summon for Zen Mines or something. So it works pretty well. I like it being at 2. Reborn being gone, you gotta kind of be creative with your reborn cards. So Zen Malfunction works pretty well for it. Zen Merch, or Myrch, I still don't know how you pronounce this. I'm actually thinking of maybe getting rid of this. I'm not for sure. Because, I mean, it has its uses, but I don't really think it works that well. I never have anything to target for it, usually when I use it. So, it's not really going to work. I mean, Kitten would be the one thing I would see myself bouncing back with it to avoid damage. And I don't have anything else of the same rank as Kitten. So, or same level as Kitten, my bad. So, it's kind of just a dead card in this, unless I'm using maybe I don't know, shark or rabbit or something just to get a wind up to my hand. Then I can summon it. But that's about the only thing I could use it for. I run 3 Overwind. I love using this thing. I have used this on, who was it? Zen Mines once because I knew it was going to get destroyed at the end of the battle phase either way. So, well, not at the end of the battle phase, but at the end of the turn it was going to get destroyed. So I used this, doubled his defense, so my opponent took more battle damage than they were going to take, like 200, and instead they took like crap ton more than that, whatever 1900 to 42 is. But yeah, you see where that was going. So using this on some of the windups, they become really big walls or really big beat sticks, and it recycles Zen Mines, and I just summoned it again at the end of the next turn. So it worked pretty well. I like it. It's just a nasty little thing. Your opponent doesn't really have an out for it. I mean, who's going to expect a wind-up player to honestly run this thing? It works pretty well. I mean, I like it. I would recommend at least one just to play around with it for a wind-up player. 1 Shard of Greed. I just kind of tech this in since I don't like running Duality in special summon heavy decks. So I decided, I'd try Shard of Greed, see what it does. I've already had one comment from X Division, my teammate, saying, no, you shouldn't run that. It's not going to stay out long enough. Da-da-da-da. I'm like, if we're reliant on 3 MSTs to destroy stuff, and about as often as I draw mine, Shard of Greed might be there for a while. I mean, honestly, it's probably going to be there 2 turns to get its counters. So I think it'll work. It's teched in for now. I might end up moving it out later. Staple stuff, more or less. 1 Book of Moon, Triple MST, Dark Hole, T-Roar, Wabaku. I like Wabaku more than 2 or 3 T-Roar because T-Roar only stops their battle phase. I mean, if they do something and stop that, then Wabaku is kind of your backup option because it doesn't matter whether they attack or not. You're still not losing anything and you're still not taking battle damage. I like running it in a lot of my decks. It's actually one of my personal staples. 1 Compulse. Sad that got limited to 1, but at the same time, kind of good. 1 Bottomless. 1 7 Tools of the Bandit. If I lose Zen March, I may run another one just to stop, mirror forces or things like that. You never know. Extra deck wise, I run 1 Zen Mighty. We run a kind of a 1 band card thing. And I mean, Zen Mighty without Shockmaster and Hunters and all that, it's not that bad. And I don't even know what kind of loop things it can go into. I wasn't playing windups when Zen Mighty was around. So, whatever it can do, I've never seen it. Don't know how it works. So, I'd use it just for its effect to special summon stuff. So, I think it'll work in at 1. That's just my personal take on it. 1 Zen Mines, really because I only have 1. Other than that, it's a very good defensive card. I like running it. 1 Zen Meister, because screw the rest of you. Zen Meister is a good card in windups and Gravekeepers because he automatically resets everything, and at the end phase they flip back up. So say Gravekeepers, you flip down a Spy and 2 Gravekeeper guards. You instantly get a special summon off Spy, and you instantly send 2 monsters back to their hand from the guards. So using that in windups, it resets all their effects. So don't use this one like Zen Mines are out or something. That's not going to work out well. But other than that, he's a good card all around. He's 2,500 beater, 1,900 at the bare minimum. So either way, it works pretty well. Also a target for Overwind. I mean, really 5,000 attack points on 1 monster. That's pretty darn good if I say so myself. It gives it a really nice beatdown option. 1 Mech-Whipped Engineer. His Number Hunter stuff is kind of overlooked, so I thought I'd give this thing a shot. I've seen my brother use it, and I can't think of what he uses it in. I think it's his Mecha Phantom Beasts. But Mech-Whipped Engineer is just a pain in the butt to deal with when they summon it, and then, oh yeah, I switch this token for Mecha Phantom Beast to defense, and now it can't be destroyed by anything for the rest of the turn. It's just like, Well, great. So much for wiping them out this round. So, just an annoying thing to deal with, but it's very interesting to mess around with too. Two Shark Fortresses. This is might drop it to 1. I'm going to test it at 2 and see how it does. Because this gives an overwinded Zenmeister or Soldier, Rabbit, anything. It gives them 2 attacks a turn. Excuse me. So, anything like that, just instant beatdown options. Windups aren't nefariously known for their main deck beatdown. So, this thing and heck, even Juggler does it up to 3,200 with 2 attacks. You don't see that from a wind-up main deck. So I think it'll work out pretty well. One number 49 Fortune Tune, mostly because not only does this give me 500 life points every standby phase it's on the field, well, every one of my standby phases, but it also does the same thing as Zen Mines except for popping the cards. The same thing, this is a little better than Zen Mines in one fact that when this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, target 2 level 3s, shuffle them into the deck, and then return this card to the extra deck. Basically, Fortune Tune, you never lose it unless it gets banished. It basically continuously recycles itself. So, Fortune Tune, I think, is a really nice thing for this. It gives windups a little more troll aspect to them. I'm not nefariously big on trolly stuff, but Fortune Tune is just one of those cards that, you think you could do it with it. One number 61 Volcasaurus. There's just no reason not to run this thing. I mean, it gets an attack and it blows up one of your opponent's monsters and dishes them life points equal to its attack. So, Volcasaurus, all around good card to run with windups. Gives them, 2,500 attack points. Also does damage. It's just a big thing they got to deal with. And my last one is Muzu Rhythm, the String Jin. I really like him. I've had good experiences with him in both windups and Six Samurai because, my Samurai, I ran not only the Kizan engine, but the Mizuo Shinai engine. So, I could summon 2 or 3 Mizuo Shinai in the same turn, pop something and destroy it, then overlay Mizuo and Shinai or whatever into Muzu Rhythm and attack with 3,000. So combining him with Shark Fortress, same thing, 3,000 that can attack twice. It's just big beat down things your opponent has to use stuff to deal with. So, that's pretty much my wind-up deck. I'm going to look at some other ideas I've had. I've had a Blade Armor Ninja idea. I've had I thought of Chronomaly Machu Mech possibly for attack point change, because if I remember right, I can double my, say, Muzu Rhythm up to 3,000 or whatever. That's a 1,500 attack point boost. Use Machu Mech, and my opponent takes 1,500 points of damage because of the attack gain. And Chronomaly Machu Mech gains 1,500 to its 22 already, I think. I don't remember its exact attack points, but either way, I've got some ideas I'm toying around with. I'm kind of interested to see what you guys can come up with, because that's why I'm posting this. I kind of want some input, see what you guys think would be some cool ideas. Just one thing, don't give me the broke stuff. Like, I know Pappy Operative can run in this. I know MX Saber Invoker can run in this. And while I do have those and I would run them, they are involved in other decks right now, and I don't want to use them because, Shockmaster's gone. What's the point with a OTK anymore? So I'm building this just to kind of have fun with it, see what it can do. So that's pretty much it for this session. Hope you guys can give me some feedback and some ideas on this. Comment, like, subscribe, check out our new Blaster Title 10 opening. Drop us a line, let us know what you guys want to see, or if you want to trade for some stuff or whatever. So, thanks for watching, guys. We will catch you all later.